Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and everything in between, and welcome to our first ever Treble Chin Entertainment video review. Today I'm going to talk about the movie Creed that just came out last weekend. This is an interesting movie for me. On one hand, I really like it, but on another hand, I'm not sure how I feel about it. I feel like it doesn't really reach its full potential. See what I thought? So let's talk about the first hand to start with. There's a lot to like about this movie. Like, it has a really good story, and it's very well written, and Rocky Balboa is one hell of a character, and Stallone knows how to play him. Partly because he created him. But it's a good story. It's a powerful story. It's a story of a kid who is broken down, who lost his father before he was born, and lost his mother shortly after that, has been in and out of foster care, group homes, and eventually prison. And against all odds, a woman who just happens to be his father's wife before he died takes him in. She has every reason to see him as an example of her husband's infidelity, and yet she takes him in. And he has every opportunity to become a functioning member of society. He's given a job opportunity because of his stepmother. He's given a life where he can know about his father. But there's something in him that wants to fight, wants to be the man that he could have been if he knew his father. He wants to be close to him, even though he's dead. And that's a powerful thing. That's a hard thing to do. And it's a hard thing to do, to leave everything when you're doing well and just become the man you feel like you were born to be, wherever that takes you. And he goes and he finds Rocky, who is the closest thing to real family that he has. And they train. He becomes a great fighter. And the chemistry between Michael B. Jordan and Sylvester Stallone is really good. It's really strong. And there's every opportunity for it to be one of the best movies that's come out this year. But it just kind of falls short for a really frustrating reason. So, like I said before, it's a really good movie. And it should be a really good movie. It's powerful, it's strong, it tells the story that is told by, like, the quintessential Rocky line that we got in Rocky Balboa. It's not about how hard you hit, it's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. And there's a frustrating reason why it just kind of falls short. Like, the story is good, but there are some plot points that it just kind of waits too long to tell you. Like, at the beginning, you hear that the lady that takes him in is Apollo Creed's wife, but you're not really sure what the situation was. I mean, you can assume that it was infidelity, but you don't really know. And it waits a while to tell you. And that's kind of a key thing about Donnie's drive. Like, everything about why he's doing this is to, like, be like his father, but also prove that he isn't a mistake. Like, he wants to be Apollo Creed's son, but he wants to earn it. He wants to earn it, and that's why he doesn't take his name. And that's a key part of the story, and I feel like they kind of leave it out for a while. Like, you don't get that little tidbit of information thrown at you until about an hour into it. But that could be fine. But the worst thing is, everybody in this movie is really talented. Sylvester Stallone is great. Felicia Rashad is great. And all the old people and all the new people coming in are great, except for our title character, played by Michael B. Jordan. Michael B. Jordan is just not strong enough to carry a movie like this. Like, he's decent, and he's not the worst actor out there by far. Like, he's acceptable. But, like, this is a strong movie that should be a contender for Academy Awards. And he just is not powerful enough to carry it. They put a relatively new actor in a title role of an important movie like this, because Rocky has been around forever. I don't know much about Rocky, but I know that it is, like, important in cinema. And this is kind of reviving it, and it does in a lot of ways, but it doesn't reach greatness the way the first one does, and I feel like it could if it wasn't for Michael B. Jordan just being a little bit too... Like, it's difficult for me because, like, I wanted to like it. I did like it for a lot of reasons, but I didn't love it because of him. Because there's a lot to love. Sylvester Stallone is great, but I fell into the same kind of rut that I fell into watching Jurassic World, but to a worse extent. Because when I watched Jurassic World, I was not enjoying Jurassic World nearly as much when Chris Pratt was not on screen. With Creed, I almost wasn't enjoying it at all when Sylvester Stallone was not on screen. And he's on screen for a lot of it, and he is a big part of the movie, which I thought they could have left him out of a big chunk of it, but they just kind of didn't, and they made it real. Like, they make him a good part of it. I'm not going to spoil anything because this is just a review, but he's a great part of the movie, and I feel like Michael B. Jordan, while not dragging down the scenes where he's in, because they do have really good chemistry together, but when it's focusing on him, it just falls a little bit flat, which is upsetting because I really, really like what it's trying to say, and it's just a little bit frustrating. So we don't end on a sour note, here's some more of the good stuff, because I really do like this movie. The movie is shot really, really well. Like, it's very pretty the way they shoot the dark streets of Philadelphia. Like, it's kind of shot like The Hood, and it's like really grungy, but also sort of beautiful at the same time. And it's a really interesting way to show kind of the bad part of town, but show it as a good place to be. And the fighting scenes are even better. Once we get into the fighting, like, it's shot very, very tight. It's very close in. You feel like you're in it. You're there, you can hear the roar of the crowd, you can feel the roar of the crowd, and you can feel the punches, the way it is shot, and the way the sound is done. It sounds like gloves against skin, and I have not felt this way about fighting scenes since, like, something like Fight Club, because that movie has incredible sound editing, and especially when you see it in a theater, my God. You don't get the same experience with these kinds of movies unless you have, like, a good sound system or you're seeing it in a theater. But the way it's shot is just kind of gorgeous. And Rocky movies invented the montage. And this movie has two. And they are some of the best montages I have ever seen in any movie. Like, the way they show the progression, the way they show what's happening to Creed's skill, but at the same time showing what the training is doing to Rocky, and later on what's happening to Rocky as it's going, it is phenomenal. Like, this is a series that invented montages, and it could not be more clear. This movie knows what it wants to do, and it really, really does it well to a T. It just falls short due to some pacing issues and the unfortunate lack of just caring about the main character. Like, I feel like I want to care about the main character, and when I think about the story, I really, really do. But the performance put forth by Michael B. Jordan just is not strong enough to make me care. I do like this movie. I just wish it would unlock its full potential. So for all these reasons, I'm giving this movie a 4 out of 6, an okay rating. Almost great, but not quite there. Because it's really, really good, but it falls short for, I feel like, stupid reasons. I hope you guys liked this video, and if you did like this video, please like and subscribe. Leave whatever you want in the comments below. You can be mean, you can be nice, you can further the conversation. Tell me what you thought of Creed if you've seen it. And if you haven't seen it, tell me what you thought of my review. I want you guys to be as much a part of this channel as any of us are, and I would like to output your input. So, thank you guys for watching, and take it easy.